up, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Today I'm going to be doing a video on 5 tips that I have on basically becoming a better Magic player. Couple of updates. Sorry that Friday's feature cards was not on Friday. It was on Saturday. I'm sorry. I filmed it on Friday and I uploaded it on Saturday because my work schedule changed really last minute and I didn't have any time to upload it. So yeah. But yeah, let's just get into this video. Basically, I want to do this video kind of half for myself and half for you guys because, I constantly joke all the time that I can't play Magic. It's kind of an inside joke that I have with a couple of my friends, and, mainly because I made, like, this very obvious, like, misplay once, and it was, like, for, like, a lifelink trigger. I forgot to, like, gain my life, and basically ever since I've been joking, like, oh, I can't play this game, whatever. Hold up, you guys are not centered. There we go. And basically, I wanted to do this video simply because I'm getting, like, more into competitive Magic and I'm really nervous, and these are things that I do that help me become a better Magic player. So the first thing that I would say is to watch a lot of Magic, whether you go to your local card store and you watch other people play Magic, or if you don't have that advantage, go on YouTube. Like, watch the Pro Tour, watch Star City Games. Star City Games does coverages of, like, everything. If you're, like, getting into Standard, go and, like, look up, like, Standard, like, what's going on, like, what are people playing in Standard right now, things like that. It's gonna really help you because you get to see, if you have a deck that's similar to someone else's, you get to see how they play the deck, or if you get to see other people's deck lists and say, like, okay, what is my competition, what are other people playing, what do I need to look out for, what do I need to include in my sideboard, things like that. So yeah, just really watching a lot of people really helps. It's definitely helped me. One of the first times that I ever drafted in Magic, I was so nervous, and one of the only things that gave me comfort about drafting was the fact that I've watched other people draft before. Because other than that, I would have been like, oh yeah, this card is cool, and it would have gone, like, awfully. So yeah, definitely watching other people play the game and see, like, what they do, what decisions they do, and stuff like that, which is a very nice segue into my second point, is don't be so hard on yourself if you're not as great of a Magic player as, like, some of these people who literally, they play Magic for their life. This is something that I need to work on a lot. I have very high standards for myself, and I have very high expectations. When I misplay, I, like, beat myself up for, like, hours later. It's really bad. Like, I get really mad when I misplay, and when it's, like, an obvious misplay too. Like, when I went to the Origins pre-release, I missed a very obvious lifelink. What is up with me and lifelink triggers that I just can't remember? I don't know what it is. It's like, I get that other people take damage, but I forget that I gain life. I don't know. But anyways, it's definitely something that I need to work on, is just not comparing myself to these people who, they play Magic. Their life is Magic. My life is not Magic. I have a basically full-time job right now. When I'm away at school, I'm a full-time student. Magic is not my life. I love it, but it only takes up a portion of my life. So I don't spend hours every day watching Magic. I wish. I don't really have that kind of time. So yeah, don't compare yourself to people who know this game inside and out. It's okay. You can grow. You can get there. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. Yeah. So the third thing that I would say is, and this is something, again, I need to work on. This is why it's, like, half for me and half for you guys, because I'm, like, talking out loud to myself to tell myself these things that I need to work on, is really to take it easy when you're playing. I'm a very fast-paced person. I talk fast, I walk fast, I think fast, I play Magic fast. A lot of times people think that I'm not examining all of my options. Sometimes that's true, sometimes that's not. I just play Magic fast. It's just my play style. Everyone has a different play style. So yeah, really just to take your time and, like, if you don't know what a Magic card does, ask to read it. I am so guilty of this. I try to act like I'm so cool, like, psh, yeah, I know, like, every Magic card. I don't know what every Magic card does. In a format like Modern, where everyone is running very similar cards in terms of, like, if you're running this type of deck, you're probably gonna have this card in it. Like, you should probably know what Snapcaster Mage does. Let's be real here. You should probably know what the wording on Snapcaster Mage does, or Cryptic Command, or Siege Rhino. Those are very popular cards. That's a really key information, but, like, you may not know every single Magic card, and that's okay. It's okay to ask someone to read a card. There's nothing wrong with that. That's something that I need to work on, because I try to act like I know all Magic cards, and there's no way that I do. So yeah, being, like, that's okay, and, like, taking your time and being like, okay, I'm gonna examine this, I'm gonna just double check before I make my move, really just trying to pay attention to the whole board. Take it easy, take it slow, it's okay. The world's not going anywhere. Yeah, that would definitely be something that I would say. Fourth thing I would say is to take in other people's criticism of you as a player and you and your decks. I am very much like, at this point with my deck, I'm very much open to like have people criticize it and have people be like, hey, I don't think this card is working, etc., etc. Like my modern deck, I've gotten like so many people looking at the deck and like given their thoughts on it and stuff like that. And even me as a player, people have been like, hey, you need to, I'm like, yes, I know these are things that I need to work on. This is something that I'm going to try to do. That is going to be really, really important. I just like, you know, I know that there's a lot of people who act really cocky and be like, oh yeah, my deck is the best, whatever. It's like, it's okay to like have other people be like, hey, man, I don't really like this card, I don't think this card's working, whatever. And it's like, at the same time, still stay true to it and still stay true to yourself and be like, okay, well, this is a card that I really like and this card's really worked for me, etc. But like, if there's a better card out there, you know, someone may say it, and don't be afraid to listen to what they have to say, because they may have something really valuable. Like, especially with me, I've listened to a lot of people who've played Modern for a lot longer than I have, simply because, like, I don't know this format as well. I'm getting to learn, like, I feel like overnight, I really just learned, like, a ton about this format, and it's, like, all these deck lists that are just, like, in my head right now, because my head is just so consumed with Modern right now. But, yeah, and the last thing I would say, and this is maybe just a cliche one, but it's play a lot, play test a lot. You're not going to get better at Magic by just sitting at home and staring at the walls. Don't overdo it, don't play too much. That's one of my things, is I don't want to play too much and then second guess myself and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, just play a lot, and you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to learn a lot of mistakes, and especially, you know, when you have things in your sideboard, and you sideboard things in and stuff like that, you can learn what cards are going to be better in certain matchups and things like that. So yeah, like, playing a lot, even if you're playing, like, your friend, like, a million times over again, it's going to really help you. It's going to help you become a better player. It's going to help you know the deck better and all that sort of stuff. It's like, knowing your deck list, like, inside and out is going to really help you. Yeah, guys, I think that was it. That was, like, really much shorter than I expected. Okay, so yeah, those are 5 tips that I have for you on basically just how to become a better Magic player. These are totally things that I need to work on. All of these things are things that I need to work on. Yeah, I mean, I will say the one thing I think I'm good about is taking criticism. There are some things where I'm very much like, nope, I'm gonna hold true. Like, for example, in my Modern deck, I don't 4-run Thoughtseize. Some people would be like, you should 4-run Thoughtseize. I'm 3-running Inquisition of Kozilek, and I'm 2-running Thoughtseize. This is what the deck is doing right now. It's been okay. Everything's been alright. I'm not running 4 Solemn Visitors. It's okay, I'm running 2. Like, you know, things like that. It's like, you know, whatever. Alright guys, that's it. I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night. I need to go to work now. But, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!